Race, begin.
Hi everyone, Raceboy here with another Forza Tips video. Today I'll be talking about racing in traffic. This video will cover things like wrecks at starts, driving in heavy traffic, and driving in light traffic. Before I get on to the examples, I want to remind everyone that experience and analyzing the situation are your main tools when dealing with traffic. So there will never be an exact science to it. Accidents will not always be avoidable, especially when starting races, but I'm going to talk you through my thought process in a few different situations, and hopefully that'll help you guys analyze your surroundings and pick through traffic efficiently and safely. Alright, so in this first clip I'm starting second to last in a public lobby. Now this is an A-class, and what you guys are going to see is I'm going to be patient going into this first corner. Now I can see everything happening right in front of me, other than the car behind me, which I'm not really worried about too much because there's only one car. It shouldn't be that big of an issue. So I see things start to kind of clump up, and then a few kind of miscues here and there where people are going off the track or are starting to bounce off doors. So what I decided to do in this situation is I decided to back off just by analyzing my surroundings. So I passed the one car there, and now I'm side by side with the start. I'm kind of just letting off a little bit here and seeing what's going to permeate in the situation. So now I see that dart go in there, and he's half in the grass. That means that I know he's going a little bit too hot because the cars in front of me are starting to brake. So from my experience alone, I know that that car on the right side is going to go straight through that corner and cause a big wreck. So what I do, I'm going to check up. Everyone in front of me is also checking up. So I know that they're worried about something happening too, along with going 3 wide into the corner with the extra car on the side in the grass. So now, I see most of the cars are on the outside of the corner. There's a couple of cars on the inside. One of them is about to be smacked out from the inside by an accident waiting to happen. And then there's that Evo in front of me. So what I'm going to do is, there's no one behind me other than that car. I've got plenty of room, so I'm going to move to the inside. Now here you can see a big wreck on the outside. A lot of cars are concentrated on the outside because most people went hot into that corner. And me staying back, I could see everything happening in front of me. And then I just dove to the inside and went around everyone. Now here, I see that accident on the right or on the left side of me with that the Firebird and the Infinity, I believe that is. So what's going to happen is that Firebird unfortunately collided with that Infinity, and I don't see that Firebird coming over into my lane. So I just stay on the inside, hold my inside line, and go on by. Now I've got one car left to pass, simple pass. I'm coming up on him. I'm going to outbrake him into the corner because he's going to go a little bit slower. He's going to eventually see me as I come up beside him on the brakes, and then I'm going to be clear. You guys might have seen this clip before from one of my past videos, but I'm going to walk you through my thought process in getting around this accident. So basically, to begin with, I know I have drag tires on my car. This is an A-Class Mazda Formula car. So in order to do that, you have to put drag tires on it, which means your car is going to launch quite hard. So right away, I'm going to dodge off to the right and give myself some room. Now at this point, I see a car from the left side coming right over to the right side because it's having an accident. Now my initial response is to swerve quickly to the left, but I realize that I will have to brake right away, and I can only go over left so far because there's another car coming up from behind. So my reaction is to brake hard and swerve to the left. Now I'm thinking, well, I'm screwed. There's no way to get out of this. I'm going to get collected in this wreck, but I'm going to try to survive anyway. So I'm going to thread this needle and luckily make it through. And then from there, I'm going to follow a car that's wrecking to the right side just a little bit so that I'll be able to avoid him. And then I see a car stopped right in front of me. I'm going to have to swerve around him some way, so I choose the left side. After I dodge the spinning car to the left side, I see a cloud of smoke on the left, which means I should stay down to the right, just to be clear of anything else happening. So I get around and through all this traffic and this massive accident at the start of the race. So I'm pretty excited when I come out of it, because I didn't think I'd be able to make it through it, honestly. I had a little bit of luck, though, in analyzing the situation and being able to react quickly to the things around me got me through it. Here's another situation for you guys. I'm here coming out of this corner, there's nobody behind me, but a lot of people in front of me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be a little bit patient here and wait for things to happen in front of me. So I'm following these guys, and then I notice, there you go, it's obvious right there that Infinity hit the rear end of that dart. So now I'm going to check up a little bit and wait for more things to permeate and my opportunity. So they're going to bang a little bit of doors there, and then what I'm going to do is, since I'm behind this Ford GT, I'm going to give them a little nudge from behind just to get them boosted and us going going on the left side a little bit faster, and hopefully we can get by the guys on the right side. So now I see an accident starting to happen out front. What's going to happen here is there's going to be a car sideways in the middle of the road. Now, that dart is going to go right. The Ford GT in front of me is going to go left. I have the opportunity to go right or left. What I think is going to happen isn't what happened. What I thought was going to happen is, you guys will see a car in the middle of the road there. That car in the middle of the road, I think it's going to bounce off the Dodge Dart. Now, what will happen because of that is there will be an opening right where the Dodge Dart is going to be, because he will shoot out to the right, the car that's spinning will shoot out to the left. Now, the Ford GT picks the left side, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get by if I'm this far back after the car bounces off the Dodge Dart. So there. Now I'm stuck with this decision. Let's rewind it a little bit here. So what happened is the dart did not get hit hard enough for the car spinning in the middle of the road to be bounced back. So my only option here is I'm already committed to go to the right side. I'm going to have to go way over to the right side and hit the wall and then come back on the track, hopefully safely, and hopefully it won't shave too much time off. So I bounce off the wall, nice and safely back on the track on my half of the track. That was my only option in that situation because of how I analyzed it. Now, if I knew that that Dodge Dart was going to miss the spinning car in the middle, I definitely would have gone to the left side and just followed that Ford GT through and been completely fine. But I thought he was going to bounce off. Unfortunately, that car spinning in the middle wasn't going as fast as I thought it was. It was just mostly rotating in the center. So it ended up being a little bit bad for me. But because of it, and because of me being able to dodge that quickly, nobody was worse for wear. So here we are, first corner of Sebring. Now there's some really heavy traffic in front, and I'm going to navigate through it and walk you guys through what I'm doing here. So right away I see a lot of people in a lot of different lines. I see those people on the inside. Obviously they're not going to be able to hold that corner taking it like that. So what I'm going to know is they're going to push a little bit wide to the right, and I'm going to slide underneath. Now from there, I was checking up through that corner because I know I'm not going to have any exit. There was a couple of guys that went off in the first corner, so now I'm left with this. There's not much room to move here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick to the very left side of the track and wait for things to happen in front of me. Right away I see that Range Rover off in the left in the dirt. That's going to cause some mayhem up front. So I'm backing off a little bit and waiting for more things to happen. Now right here, I had to take a little bit of dirt and back out of that corner just because I didn't feel like getting involved or pushing my nose in or getting too far into that pack, because I feel like there's going to be more bad things to happen coming up pretty soon. As you can see, that Range Rover is in the background taking somebody out, and unfortunately for them, they're going to be gone pretty soon. Now here, I see the car coming on from the right side quite rapidly. What that's going to do is probably going to cause another accident. He was basically out of control that entire time. So I chose to go to the outside around here because I know I'm going to be able to get around that accident before they have time to push out to the right side of the track and across and take everyone out on the right side. Now, unfortunately for the people behind me, I don't remember if they got by. I don't think they did because of those guys pushing out. But luckily for me, analyzing the situation, I was able to get around it and I was able to go through. Now here, I'm basically put into the dirt. I have no other option because that Camaro decides to move over a little bit when he's got a lot of room. So I know the tire barrier is coming up really soon. I know I have to get back on the track or else bad things are going to happen. And I know I have to do it safely also. I trust this Ford GT beside me to leave me a little bit of room and come back on. Now here going into this corner, I feel like I can outbrake this car into this corner, and of course since I'm on the outside line I can go a little bit deeper into the corner. I think I have acceleration on him also, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use those two things, knowing that my car can pull out of the corner a little bit better than his. I'm going to use that analyzing of the situation and get by him after this corner. Now what I didn't know is that Porsche right there is going to brake really hard into that corner, and luckily I was able to get by him too. Now right away in front of me I see three cars battling it out, one half in the dirt, the other kind of a little bit out of control on the right side. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit behind these guys, and I feel like something is going to happen, and something will happen. So since that car on my right was pushed off a little bit, I decided to go around him because he doesn't have as much run out of the corner, and I got a really good push out of the corner. So I'm hoping to keep up with these guys, the two guys out front, pass this guy on my right side, and then eventually decide what to do from there. But unfortunately, something else happens because there is a car. The car on the right side in the front row is on the dirt a little bit, and he's going to shoot out into the car in front of me. Now right away you can see my brake lights light up. It's really close, but I do manage to avoid him. I didn't hit him. Luckily, I got around him, but I did have to check up and lose all my momentum coming out of the corner. Now because of that, I'm on pace with this car beside me. But because of all those steps, I was able to get out of all the heavy traffic, all the major incidents, and then eventually get around these two guys up here. Basically putting my car into the empty space that's safe to go into, that I can make a move in. So here we're in a multi-class race, and I'm running the V8 Supercar group. There are only a few of us, but I'm going to use a lot of patience. Now patience when running in traffic is extremely important. Patience and knowing when to pounce. Picking your spots is extremely important in traffic because the consequences are generally higher since there are more people surrounding you. So off the start, I'm just going to be giving people room until I see a moment that I can make a position. Now somebody's going to make a little bit of a mistake, and I'm going to take advantage of that and get underneath, then complete a pass. As you guys saw, I basically followed him behind the person in front of me while one person was pushed out to the outside due to a mistake. Then I made sure I got a good exit and slotted in between the two of them. Now coming up to the downhill left sweeper, I know that I can have an outside line and be able to hold it very strongly and might be able to complete a pass at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for it because he's going to be on the inside anyways. I'm going to go a little bit hard into the corner since I have the outside line, which means I can go faster into the corner. And then hold the outside line and hope that I can complete the pass at the bottom of the hill. Now as we're going into this corner, I'm not expecting to be able to make a pass, so I'm just expecting to run my race line and stick in behind the guy in front of me. Luckily for me, he pushes wide and I'm able to go underneath and complete a pass. Here's another start to a race. Now first off, what's going to happen is a lot of stuff is going to be going on in front of me, but I know on this track that's going to easily slide off on the left side very quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the outside line around the first corner and wait for things to happen in front of me a little bit more. My video still doesn't exist, man. Come on. Now as I'm coming to the exit of this corner, I see that the Porsche in front of me on the right side is about to slide and going to be sliding on the exit, which means I know he's going to have a bad exit. Since I have some space on the inside, I'm going to take the racing line and make sure I get a good exit on this corner. I do slide a little bit, but I make sure I get a strong enough exit to push out without clipping the front end of the car on my left, and still being able to go around the car on my right side and squeeze in between them, then make the pass on the next corner, holding the inside line. Now I'm going to stick to the left side to make sure I can complete the pass on the exit of the section. As you can see, his front end comes into view on the bottom right of my screen. That means he's about to push out and take out my back end and make me slide and possibly cause an accident. But luckily, he knows well enough to check up on the exit to make sure he doesn't run into me. And after I make that final pass, I'm through most of the traffic and it's just racing from there on. So now I'm going to take you guys on a ride along through all my thoughts around this first lap of Silverstone in an A-Class public lobby. So I'm starting right near the back of the pack, and there's about 20-ish, a little bit more than 20 cars in this lobby. So it's a pretty full lobby, lots of cars, lots of things going on, and lots of crazy things going around. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to stick to the right side. Now I'm going to stick to the inside around the first corner and hope that I have some space to maneuver after we get through that. Luckily, going into the first hard braking zone, I've got lots of room and I can pick and choose where I want to go. I want to go on the inside, so what I'm going to do is place my car on the inside. I'm going to get squeezed a little bit and run the rumble strip and grass line, just because I want to avoid as much contact as possible. Now we're going to rub a little bit, but it's not really going to do anything to either of us. The result of me being squeezed is not me plowing straight back onto the track or anything, it's me holding the line on the inside and nothing else happening. Now on the exit of this corner, there are a couple collisions and I find myself staring head on with the car right in front of me. Luckily, he does a great job of coming to a complete stop, which you guys should always do if you're in this kind of situation. Come to a complete stop, go invisible, because then you will be able to get going yourself and you won't get hit anymore, you won't get bounced around, anything like that. And of course, you won't cause any more accidents. So he does a great job of coming to a complete stop, going invisible. Luckily, I think I would have made it around him even if he didn't, due to my swerve. Then I see an opening off to my left side, so I move over there to hold the inside for the next corner. Now I see the guys rubbing doors on the exit of the corner a little bit. That means that I will have more exit speed coming out of the corner than they will, since they were scrubbing. So what I'm going to do with the run is I'm going to go to the outside and hope that I can get a good run off the outside and onto the straightaway in order to pass. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen, but it doesn't hurt me at all, and I'm right in behind them as we go into the straightaway. Now near the end of the straightaway, I see a car coming in really hot from the left side. What do? I fall in behind him, because I want that inside, and 2, I know that he's going to be a little bit hot into that corner, which is going to create some room for me to jump underneath and go around these people on the inside. Now that worked out pretty well, but since I'm on the outside for the second corner, I have to hold that outside line and hope that I can have enough exit speed in order to stay in line and stay with the pack. Now as soon as I think things have calmed down and we've all fallen in line, the yellow car ends up spitting on the rumble strip on the outside. So that creates a little bit of mayhem for us following him behind, but luckily no one gets caught and everyone's able to avoid the accident. Now going to this high-speed corner, right away as soon as I enter the corner, I notice that a lot of people are compromising their exits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the regular racing line and get a really good exit, which will get me to suck up to them on the next straightaway, and going into the S's I will be right on their tails, hoping for somebody to make a mistake so I can get by. There's a couple up here, don't worry. As you guys could see, I was checking up through the entire section pretty much, but nobody made a major mistake, so I wasn't going to force the issue and try and get by anywhere. There was no need for it, no need to rush the pass. It's still the first lap, so be patient, wait behind, because your opportunity will come at a better time a little bit later. Now coming onto the straightaway, I noticed the 2 Porsches are side by side, they have the exact same speed. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take the inside Porsche and follow him around and hope that he can hold his line well and hope that we can get by the guy on the outside. Now I get a little bit of a stronger exit than the car in front of me due to my line and how early I am on the gas. That means I can go up beside him on the left side and hope that I can get the inside for the next corner and complete that pass. But there are still quite a few cars in front of me and we're all bunched together, so we'll see what happens.
No, I'm just kidding.
Now right away going into the corner, I see the car on the outside of the first row come down and kind of clip the inside guy on the right rear quarter panel, which pushes him left a little bit and also inhibits his ability to turn as well. So right away I'm thinking, oh, I might be able to make this pass. So I'm just going to hold the inside like I normally would, and then see if I can get a really good exit on the outside of the second half of the corner. Now I'm in the lead as I exit the corner, and I notice that he's going to have a nose on me on the inside just a little bit. So I'm going to give him some room. That rumble strip is very gentle, so he can have the rumble strip and a little bit of pavement. But I'm going to give him lots of room and hold the outside line because I know I have momentum coming out of the corner. I know I'm going to be able to complete the pass before the finish line, and he'll just fall in behind me and everything will be good to go. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the walk through the lap and my entire thought process, which went into coming from 20th or 19th way back in the pack start position all the way up to first through some really good racers on this one lap. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully this will help you guys with making decisions and driving in traffic. Please remember to be extremely patient. Things will happen in front of you. Just wait for them to happen and you will be good to go. So don't forget to hit subscribe. Check out my Twitch channel, RaceBoy77. Don't forget to check out the rest of my social media stuff too, my Twitter, Facebook. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below and we'll see you guys later.